Some things I feel like it's just going to happen no matter how much bitch and moan that I don't want it to happen. It's just like the inevitable is going to happen, which you know, I don't want to say disappoints me, but yeah, it does disappoint me because I feel like we're better than this. But you know, everybody has an agenda, and everybody is going to see their agenda to the end. So, what am I bitching about today? Probably the same thing I've been bitching about this whole time. Me not wanting a fucking gender war between the fucking black community, and me like wanting to promote us uplifting one person without having to diminish another fucking person. Which in this case, uplifting black women and not diminishing black men. So I said this on the podcast, and I'm probably gonna keep it short here. Hopefully, I can keep it short here, and I don't rant. But my whole thing is for Kamala Harris being vice president and all that other stuff. I don't. There's a lot of people, looked at her as a mixed biracial woman. A lot of people really don't really look at her as black, but I feel like we're giving her the black moniker. I, I, if you ask me, I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Yes, she went to it. Like I said, yes, she went to a HBCU. You really look up, it really doesn't scream black to me. Yes, I know, like her father was Jamaican, but it's like, but you realize that like he's like Indian too as well and all that other stuff. It's just one of those things where you kind of like gotta look at the side eye if you really want to get down to the nitty gritty. That's why a lot of people's not claiming her as black. But with since she's vice president, everybody looking at her as a person of color or black woman and all that other shit. So now this is like now if you're wondering why am I giving this much flock to fucking Kamala Harris and not Obama. Obama was Kenyan. At least that's like like at least his father was Kenyan and like where he came from, and he was yes biracial, but yes he still like handled his business like a fucking black man, and he did look black. Like if I wouldn't even know he had a white mother if you would have told me. So and but that's neither here nor there. It's just because with Kamala Harris and all that other stuff, because I know some people voted like I've said this too. I think some people who really wanted Kamala Harris, but like was she? I'm pretty sure there are people that voted for Joe Biden just so Kamala Harris could get in, just to be called the first black female vice president. And I did say that black people did um, get Barack in off of symbolism. Yes, I don't think symbolism is a problem. Let's so before we continue forward, I do want to say this. I do not think symbolism is a problem, but there are bigger things to like uh vote someone in off of symbolism. All right. Do I like I think Barack Obama was voted in off of symbolism? Hell motherfucking yes. And it shows because a lot of black people voted for Barack just for being black. Now, I still think Barack is probably one of the greatest presidents in our timeline, and he definitely held it down. And I know there are black people, and I've said this many a times that really looked at like Obama has done nothing for black people. In which I have said, if you think Obama has done nothing for black people, then you haven't done shit for Obama. You treated Obama like a celebrity than a president. That's why he barely got shit done for black people. Even though there are things that black people could have utilized, the fact that we didn't get it specifically for us, a lot of people look at this as not doing shit because LGBT got their shit from merit. But you have to realize LGBT comes in all fucking colors, so it prospers off of black people, especially black LGBTs as well. Now, with that being said, do I think Kamala Harris was in off of symbolism? Yes, the fuck I do. Do I think that's a problem? No, but she does have a lot of proof because black men don't trust her. No, black men don't trust fucking Biden either. We've been adamant about this, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't even trust Biden nor Kamala, but you just wanted to get Trump out. That's fine. If you really want to, like, if that's where your stance was, that's what I just want to see Trump out. That means it's like a lot of people. Politics is not their thing, but they know, and this is where a lot of people. Yes, Obama. I mean, not Obama. Yes, Trump probably did some things that probably helped black people, like prison reform and getting some black people out of jail. Trump did do that. I'm not saying he did more than Obama because that shit started with Obama. Like even when they said the lowest unemployed black, like that shit started with Obama, and that's where I pointed that out to a lot of other people that some shit started in the Obama years and then just trickled over to the Trump years, and now Trump can just take full grant. Which is kind of funny because that's how a lot of fucking shit works around here, especially with Thomas Edison. Like a lot of black men, or there was black scientists that was inventing shit, and Thomas Edison took their invention. White people do that. You seen it in the shows where like an understudy or a black or someone with like that doesn't have that much pull comes up with a bomb ass idea, and they tell their boss, and their boss tells their boss, and now they're looking at the person who's like, and then he's like, "Hey, you took my idea," and he goes, "Well, this is the nature of the business. Once you get up here, you'll understand how everything goes." So we've seen that happen before. So with that being said, what am I here because I ran them for like fucking 7 minutes about it ain't even got to the point yet. Um, I'm first thing. Look, Trump is out, and even though I don't hate Trump like everybody else do, like I don't have this big old vitriol hatred like that majority of the black community has for Trump because in my opinion, I don't think he cared for us to even hate on us. Like he was more to me, he was more after the Mexicans, building a wall with them. He was more focused on Antifa, which is like to them the KKK, just like liberals KKK. I don't think they're liberals KKK. I just think they're just white people that want to fight. Um, and some of the women that that was against them, like and women of all colors, because a lot of women hate him, which is funny because white women, even though like a lot of people say they hate Trump, especially white women, the ones that hated Trump, um, white women was the most voted for Trump in that office. So that's really saying some shit. So with this being said, now that Kamala's in, and now that Kamala's in, there's this thing that's been going on that I said is going to happen, and I wish it didn't happen, but I knew it was going to happen anyway. That 18% of black men voted for Trump, and like 91% voted for the Democrat. 91% of black women voted for Biden, and like 80% of black men voted for Trump. So there, everybody's looking at this 18% that voted for fucking Biden. But people not looking at is also that black women doubled their numbers into voting for Trump, but nobody's going to be talking about that. Now, before, like, look, black people, as much as, I hate to say it, we are on that Democratic plantation and we're on it hard. And a lot of people don't like Trump. Trump is on that, so you're going to vote against him. So I knew that black people, we are not going to vote for Trump. But it is odd that like he doubled his likenesses with the black community. So especially with some of the women, I feel like people should really do look at that. Yes, like the thing about, like I said, I don't think black men or women were that much of a priority for Trump. But you have to look at the other numbers too. Like there was a lot of Latinos that voted for him. There was a lot of Asian people that voted for Trump. Hell, it's like 60, what, like 60 some, it's like 60 some percent of white women voted for Trump. Like that's saying something. That really is fucking saying something. And I feel like who everybody focuses on is the 18% of black men that's voted for Trump. Maybe I'm looking at it from, the narrow view of the black community, but I feel like we're half of the time, like for most of the states, like even if we did vote a Democrat, we wasn't gonna get like I didn't expect us to get Florida. Like Florida is a big white fucking country, except for places like Dade County or some hoods in fucking Florida. Now, which said, now let's say this about Dade County, and I've said this before in a million videos. A lot of Latinos in those Dade County voted for fucking Trump. I think y'all should be looking at that. Now, I've also said the Latino is really just like a bunch of other Spanish cultures in one, so it's not like you can really like specifically point it out because, like I said, if I'm being correct, that Latino community in Miami-Dade County, a lot of Puerto Ricans and a lot of Cubans. So that's just saying something. If you just said something like Maryland, which just has a lot of Mexicans and Hondurans, and maybe some Puerto Ricans here and there, but it's mostly Mexicans and Hondurans and El Salvadorians, them vote for Trump, that would be saying something. Like if you go to like parts of Texas where it's like mostly Mexicans, I felt, and a lot of them voted for Trump. That should be saying something, even though he done lock Latinos up in cages. In my opinion, like I felt like more Latinos should have been voted for Biden because he did lock a lot of Latinos in cages. Mostly of them was fucking Mexicans. And hell, that shit he pulled in Puerto Rico where he was throwing toilet paper like fucking basketballs. I felt like you should be looking at them too. It just didn't look right. Trump just makes shit look awkward. And I've always said that Trump makes a lot of shit look awkward. But one thing I do want to say this, and I will probably end this here, is just that, and I see this coming, and I guess this is specifically for the black community or anybody else that's trying to. I don't think. Let me just say this: I feel like people are still trying to start a gender war between black men and black women, and like I said, I don't want that to happen because we will lose altogether. Even though Biden is in it, we will lose altogether. And I don't want us, but let me just say this: if you think black women saved this election and for voting for Biden, that doesn't hurt me as a black man. You saying that because let's be real, 91% of black women did vote for Biden. So statistically, you are correct. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem admitting that because it doesn't hurt me as a black man. Hell, 80, even the 80% that voted for Biden too. I mean, that looks good on us. But you don't have one thing, and I said this before. You can uplift one fucking race without diminishing the other fucking race. And or for this instance, you can uplift black women with the 91%, but when what we're not going to do is downgrade or diminish the fucking 18% that didn't, because a lot of people had their reasons, and I know what you think, and like even someone like me that's always said that if they ain't with you, just fuck them, and leave them and all that stuff. But this one is really complicated because a lot of those black men, because there's one thing a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot of people, there are people that are pushing is that they voted for Trump because they don't like seeing women in power and all that other shit. That had nothing to fucking do with it. And I'm gonna just tell you, if you feel like that, get over yourself. Really, get over your fucking self. And I'm saying this with full vitriol. Get the fuck over yourself because sometimes it's not even like that. It's like we know the history of Joe Biden. We know the history of Kamala Harris. It's just like, especially like with the crime bills and fucking uh Kamala Harris locking a bunch of black people up. You think like to me, and this might get me in trouble. That's like getting raped by a man and then coming to find out you have an arranged marriage with that same person that raped you. It was like that's what it feels like to some men. That's what it feels like to some men voting for him. is getting raped by is getting raped by a man, and then coming to find out that you have to have an arranged marriage with the same person that raped you. It's like, do I really gotta go through this and all that other stuff? Now, if Joe during this thing, is we gonna have to see if Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are going to come through with what they said. Are they going to go through what they said? I want to see this happen because now that we put them in, and I've said this in my probably last couple of videos, we now need to put their foot on their necks, and I'm going to keep saying this. Black people, we need to put their foot on their fucking necks. Even though we should have did this in the Obama years, and I'm saying this right now, we should have did this in Obama years, but we treated him like a celebrity, and I'm gonna keep saying that. But now we understand, and now that Joe Biden's in, and he said he's gonna get shit done for black people, we need to fucking put our foot on their necks. We brought you in here, us especially you black, especially the black women. It's like I expect y'all to keep a foot on their fucking necks, especially since 91% of y'all put Joe Biden in. So if anything, y'all should be like, we got you in here. If you want our votes for the next election, you better do these things that's going to help our community. You going to do it, and to be honest, and like black women do that, I'm not going to fucking. I won't complain about that. I'm not complaining about that now. Like, but like I said before, black men get your shit, get your money, because we like a lot of people to make is. I feel like if we don't we got to do our shit to make sure like we don't feel, because I feel like for these next 4 years, there's going to be some ways, maybe not black women, but a lot of other races going to make black men feel incompetent. There's a lot of feminist minded black women that's already trying to make black men feel incompetent about themselves. And that doesn't hurt to me. That does not help the black community a lot. So, it does not help. It does not help a lot. So I want us to be together as one, as a black community. So let us not separate, but at least like come together as a community. Even though I did say black men, we need to get your money. Look, I still want a community with our black brothers and sisters, and like to us to not fight so much, and yes, fight with us and not against us. All right, because we still need work to do. Now, if these are the people you trust to help us get the community in, if these are the people that you trust to get our community pointed in the right direction, you better put your foot on their fucking necks. Otherwise, we need to be looking out for ourselves. And I do mean this. We need to be looking out for our fucking selves. We like as much energy as y'all had in these Trump eras with black entrepreneurship and like most trying to like improve our community, which I feel like that was the one positive thing I will say about the Trump era, is that a lot of black entrepreneurship started because out of, even though it was out of fear, I'm glad it did start. Now I feel like if we're going to continue this black entrepreneurship, it cannot be out of fear, but mostly out of necessity for the black community and trying to help us become a better community for ourselves. Not out of fear, but out of necessity. So let me know what y'all think. I didn't think it was going to go at least 20 minutes, but you already know. But who am I? Only got like 13 subscribers on this thing. But, I'm pretty sure somebody is going to listen. Till then, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.